Silence isn't just the absence of words, it's the loudest sound she'll ever hear from you. The day you go quiet, she doesn't just miss your voice, she starts questioning herself. Welcome back to Psychology Insight. Here we don't sugarcoat, we break down real human behavior in a way that actually makes sense. If you're new, hit subscribe and turn on that bell, because what I'm about to say might save you from years of chasing women who don't value you. Let's start. 1. The pattern break. Humans are creatures of rhythm. We love patterns because they give us a sense of comfort, and when something disrupts that, the brain immediately jumps into overdrive trying to figure out why. Now imagine this. For weeks, you've been sending her good morning texts. You check in after work. You throw in those little compliments that let her know you're thinking of her. Whether she admits it or not, those things become part of her daily rhythm. You've basically trained her subconscious to expect you. But then, all of a sudden, silence. You don't send that text. You don't check in. You stop giving her the steady stream of energy she didn't even realize she relied on. At first, she brushes it off. Maybe he's busy. But by the second day, it starts eating at her. Why? Because that predictable rhythm is gone. Silence forces her to notice what was always there. The attention she thought was guaranteed is suddenly missing, and when something disappears, people give it more value. That's basic human psychology. This is why silence feels louder than noise. Your quietness forces her to think about you even more than when you were flooding her with attention. It's like a song that suddenly cuts out mid-beat. You don't notice the beat until it's gone, and then your brain keeps replaying it. She starts replaying conversations, wondering, did I say something wrong? Did he meet someone else? Did he lose interest in me? The truth is, the silence puts her on the hook, not your words. The mistake most men make here is breaking too early. They get uncomfortable with their own silence. They want to explain themselves, to soften the effect. So they send the sorry, been busy message, and just like that, the spell is broken. She's reassured, she relaxes, and you lose the advantage your silence created. The real power of the pattern break is that it flips the script. She's used to you chasing. She's used to you filling the space. But the moment you stop, the ball is in her court. Now she's the one wondering, questioning, even chasing. And it all happened without you saying a single word. Silence disrupts the comfort zone and forces her to realize just how much of her daily life you occupied. That's the first way she starts losing her mind. 2. The panic ping. So you've gone quiet. A couple of days pass, and then, ding, her name pops up on your screen. It's not a love letter. It's something short and casual, like, hey, haven't heard from you, or everything okay? On the surface, it looks innocent, but underneath, it's panic. Women are incredibly perceptive. They notice when your behavior changes, especially if you've been consistent. Your sudden silence sets off alarms in her mind because consistency builds expectation, and breaking that consistency creates uncertainty. Uncertainty makes people anxious. She's not just wondering why you're quiet. She's wondering what it means for her. Did she do something to push you away? Did you find someone else? Are you done with her? These questions create panic because she's no longer in control of the situation. Your silence reminds her that you don't need to keep showing up. And that realization is unsettling. Now here's the crucial part. How you respond to that panic ping determines everything. Most men, the moment they get that hey text, light up like a Christmas tree. They rush to reply, sending long paragraphs, re-explaining why they've been quiet. They dump reassurance onto her, thinking it'll bring her closer. What it really does? It kills the mystery. It tells her she still owns your time and emotions. That reassurance makes her relax, and she no longer needs to chase. The smarter move? Keep it calm, short, and steady. You don't ignore her forever, that's childish, but you also don't pour out your soul. A simple, neutral response like, yeah, all good, been busy, is enough. You acknowledge her without feeding her control. The key is in your tone. Calm, unbothered, almost casual. That keeps her mind running. She's reaching out because your silence forced her to. If you overdo your reply, you undo the work. Here's the lesson. Her panic ping is proof your silence worked. It rattled her. It pulled her out of comfort. She felt the void and couldn't handle it. When she acts on that panic, don't kill the effect by rushing to make her comfortable again. Keep steady. Let her stew in the discomfort. That discomfort is what makes her realize just how much you mattered. 3. The cool face. Hot mind. So here's what usually happens next. After your silence rattles her, she puts on the mask. She pretends she doesn't care. She posts that laughing selfie with her friends, captions it, "Best night ever," or suddenly becomes too busy to notice you. On the outside, she looks unbothered. But inside, her mind is running circles. Why does she do this? It's a defense mechanism. No one likes admitting they've been shaken. Women especially don't want to look vulnerable, even to themselves. So instead of showing that your silence affects her, she flips the script. She acts cool. She performs confidence. She tries to prove to you, and maybe even to herself, that she's just fine without you. Here's the truth. People who really don't care don't announce it. If someone's indifferent, they don't waste time proving it. Indifference is quiet. It's effortless. But when she starts broadcasting her best life the moment you pull back, it's not indifference. It's reaction. And reactions always reveal what's going on beneath the surface. Now, this is where most men mess up. They see her pretending and panic. They think, oh no, she's moved on. They rush back in with attention, trying to reclaim their spot. Big mistake. Because what you just did is confirm her belief that she still has control. She learns that by acting like she doesn't care, she can pull you right back in. And now she owns the game. The smarter play? Let her keep pretending. Don't comment, don't chase, don't break the silence just to prove yourself. The longer she maintains that performance, the heavier it becomes for her to carry. And trust me, masks always slip. Behind the scenes, she's still checking her phone. She's still replaying the last conversations. She's still wondering why you're not chasing. The cool face is for the world. The hot mind is her reality. Your silence forced her into this conflict, outwardly calm, inwardly restless. And that restlessness? It only grows the longer you stay steady. 4. The scroll and watch. When she's not texting, she's watching. Social media has made it almost impossible for someone to truly disappear. And when you go quiet, that's exactly where she turns, to your online presence. She's not hearing from you directly, so she starts piecing things together indirectly. She'll check your stories the second they go up. She might not like your posts, but she'll see them. She'll scan captions, photos, even comments. She'll analyze who you're with, where you are, and if there's another woman in the picture. She won't admit it, but she's basically doing detective work. Why? Because silence creates a gap, and the human brain hates gaps. She had daily updates from you before. Now she doesn't. That gap makes her curious, and curiosity drives her to your socials like a moth to flame. She wants answers. She wants reassurance. And when she can't get it from you directly, she tries to gather it from your digital trail. Now here's where men shoot themselves in the foot. They think, she's watching? Perfect. I'll post gym selfies, car pics, new girls. Let her see what she's missing. What they don't realize is oversharing kills curiosity. If you post everything, she doesn't have to wonder. She knows. And once she knows, the tension is gone. The smarter move is balance. Post naturally, not strategically. Show life, not a performance. Maybe a shot at the park, maybe a casual dinner with friends, maybe nothing for a few days. That way, she doesn't get the full picture. She only gets fragments, and fragments keep her guessing. The guessing is what makes her mind spin. The scroll and watch stage proves your silence is working. She may not text, she may not call, but her attention is still locked on you. And attention without words? That's when she's losing her mind the most. 5. The mixed signal test. At this stage, don't be surprised if her behavior gets weird. One day she's warm, liking your post, sending a "how are you" text. The next, she's cold, distant, or doesn't respond at all. Welcome to mixed signals. It's not random, it's a test. See, when you go quiet, she loses certainty. And women don't like uncertainty. So she starts poking at the silence, testing if you're still hooked. A little attention here, then a pullback there. If you chase when she's cold, she knows she still controls you. If you jump too high when she's warm, same thing. She's looking for proof that she still owns your emotions. Most men fail this test. They get excited when she's warm and panic when she's cold. They overreact, overthink, and end up chasing harder. And what happens? She realizes she still has power. The silence effect is gone. The right way to handle mixed signals? Neutrality. Match energy, but don't chase it. If she's warm, respond politely, calmly. If she goes cold, don't push, don't question. Just step back. Keep your tone the same in both cases. That steadiness shows her you're not easily moved. And here's the magic part. Women respect steadiness. They might test you with inconsistency, but deep down, they crave a man who doesn't flinch. When you stay balanced during her hot and cold swings, you prove that you're not controlled by her mood. That's strength, and strength is attractive. 6. The "did I mess up?" Loop silence has a funny way of flipping the mirror. At first, she wonders about you, but eventually, she starts wondering about herself. That's when the "did I mess up?" loop begins. She replays conversations in her head. She scrolls back through messages. She asks herself, was I too blunt? Did I take him for granted? Did I push too hard? Did I ignore his effort? Those questions don't come from you. They come from her own reflection, and they're far more powerful than anything you could have told her directly. This loop is uncomfortable for her, and that's exactly why it works. Growth doesn't come from comfort. If you rush back in to reassure her, you take that discomfort away, and with it, the lesson. But if you stay silent, she sits with her doubts. And those doubts make her realize your value in a way words never could. Men often make the mistake of rescuing too early. They see signs of guilt, they see her second-guessing, and they think, if I reassure her now, she'll appreciate me more. Wrong. That reassurance doesn't make her appreciate you. It makes her lean back because you just removed the weight she was carrying. The truth is, silence is like a mirror. It forces her to see what role she played in the distance, and if she truly values you, she'll adjust, she'll step forward. If she doesn't, your silence saved you from wasting more time. Either way, you win. 7. The jealousy spark. Now comes one of the most obvious signs. Jealousy. When silence stretches long enough, she'll often try to provoke a reaction. Suddenly, she's posting group photos with guys, laughing extra hard in captions, maybe even tagging someone a little too casually. To the outside world, it looks like fun. To you, it looks like she's moved on. But here's the truth. It's bait. She's not really focused on those guys. She's focused on you. She wants to see if you'll crack. If you'll text, "Who's that guy?" If you'll show anger, sadness, or even jealousy. Any reaction tells her the same thing. You're still emotionally tied to her. And once she knows that, she relaxes. She feels she has control again. This is where men need discipline. Jealousy is the oldest trick in the book. And if you fall for it, you undo all the power your silence gave you. The best move? Don't react. Don't comment. Don't even acknowledge it. Keep living your life as if you didn't see it. That calm drives her crazier than any angry message ever could. Because here's the irony. Jealousy games are proof of insecurity. If she was truly done, she wouldn't care whether you noticed. The fact that she's trying to make you jealous shows that your silence is still in her head. And when you don't bite, that's when she really starts losing her mind. She learns that she can't move you like she thought. And that realization forces her to see you as stronger, steadier, and more valuable than she gave you credit for. Here's the truth, men. Silence is not about games, it's about clarity. The moment you stop flooding her with attention, the dynamic flips. She feels the gap, she feels the questions. And no matter how cool she acts, no matter how many selfies she posts, no matter who she suddenly hangs out with, she can't escape the simple fact that your absence hits harder than your presence ever did. But this is where you've got to stay disciplined. Don't break the silence just to soothe her. Don't rush in to explain yourself. Don't chase after fake performances. Real strength isn't loud, it's quiet. And when you master that quiet, you'll see exactly who values you and who only valued your attention. If she cares, she'll make the effort. If she doesn't, your silence saved you from wasting more of your life. Either way, you win. The men who constantly chase, who over-explain, who can't go a single day without reaching out, they lose themselves in the process. Don't be that man. Be the one who's calm enough, steady enough, and strong enough to let silence speak for him. Now, if this message hit home for you, drop the word silence in the comments right now. I want to know how many of you are done chasing and ready to let actions speak louder than words. And if you're new here, make sure you subscribe and tap that bell icon, because every week we're breaking down female psychology, human behavior, and the mistakes most men don't even realize they're making. These videos aren't fluff. They're here to help you take back control of your relationships, your emotions, and your self-respect. Lastly, share this video with a friend who needs to hear it. We all know that one guy who texts too much, chases too hard, and loses himself in the process. Send him this. You might just save him from years of frustration. This is Psychology Insight, reminding you, silence isn't weakness, it's power. And when you learn to master it, you'll never have to beg for respect again.